All right, Amazon, we're back again, and we got some good news too. We just leveled up to the insider level, so we need one more level to go, and we will be an A-lister. So if you guys are watching this, please make sure you follow, and if you're watching it, make sure you click on that follow and help us out. So today we are doing a recap. It's more of a this or that type of thing for the Hammer X versus the new Hammer Turbo Air. So people are wondering what's the difference. People are telling me, well, it looks like the same club, is just painted red. There's a lot of difference between the two clubs. So if you are a fan and have the Hammer X and own the Hammer X, you're probably going to want to watch this video to see the difference, and if you want, you're probably going to want to upgrade to the Hammer Turbo. I really think it should be called the Hammer Turbo Pro, or maybe, but the Hammer, it's really the reason why, I'll show you why the reason it's called the Hammer Turbo Air. So I think I forgot to put a title, but we'll see how this goes. I know I put a thumbnail, and it's a really cool thumbnail I made last night. And there's one thing I'm really good at, it's making thumbnails. So, all right, so we're live. No edits, no keeping on all the mistakes. We're gonna go over later. We'll hit some on the net, which is, we'll just walk it over. There's my hockey net, and then there's my golf net, which you can buy that in the shop as well, in the links below. And there's my mat and my second tripod that I'm going to put up, and we'll transfer the phone over. And right now we're going to go over the differences of the Hammer Turbo Air versus the Hammer X. So this is the Hammer X, and the reason why it's called the Hammer X, I don't know, it just says Hammer X at the bottom. There's no if and there's no X, on the thing. Has a good sight line, even though if you look at the new Hammer Turbo Pro, and again, for $169, that's the price for this club. You just buy this, throw it in your trunk of your car, have fun with it. Everybody at the driving range will be asking you, what the heck is this Ferrari Mambo Jambo thing? So the sight line in the new one is 100 times bigger. I mean, you can actually fit your finger in the club. It also is see-through, so the air is actually going through the front of the face, and no, these don't create spin, and obviously you can see that you can hit dead center. You hit off these, it does not create any extra spin. This is the least spinning driver I've ever hit in my life. Is it the best? I don't know. I have yet to take it to the course. It feels really good, and it's a lot of fun to hit, and it's really fun to take this to the driving range because you literally make a ton of friends. You make a ton of friends like that because people have seen this and they want to hit it, and they just want to test drive it. Most people, when they buy a club, they're spending anywhere between $800 to $1,200 now for these golf clubs that are so expensive that, 9 times out of 10 aren't really tailored to their game. Now, if you can't get the ball up in the air, and you have slower swing speeds, like in the 70s and low 80s, this is probably not the club for you. You're going to have to swing this a little faster. You will swing. Now, if you swing like 80 miles an hour and you're swinging with your driver, you're probably either a beginner golfer or a senior golfer. And I don't mean to be mean about that, because one more year I'll be a senior golfer, but I can still swing the club over 110 miles an hour. So everybody says, how fast do you have to swing to get a 300-yard drive? Well, there's not just the swing speed involved. It's ball spin is probably one of the most important things. Impact on the club. So that means you can swing as fast as you want. You hit off the toe and you hit off the heel. You're not going to get maximum amount of distance. And then ball spin, the spin rate of the club. And this club, I've tested a ton of drivers in my years, and this is the lowest spinning driver I've ever hit in my life. And what that means I can swing a little bit faster because it's a little lighter. I can swing a little bit faster, and I can really, really go for it because this does have a really big sweet spot. There are a lot of drivers that put all the weight at the bottom so you get the ball up in the air. That's good for people that aren't good golfers, but you kind of want a low spinning driver if you really want to get 300-yard drives consistently. And do you know how fast you have to swing? So with 2200, I know ball spins, 22 revs per minute. That's how many times revolutions per minute the ball spins. 2200 balls, which this club will give you the lowest spin rate. You only have to swing 108 miles an hour. 108 miles an hour. That is not that fast. I forgot what Bryson DeChambeau swings, like 130. He looks like he's coming out of it. He's tearing his arms out of his shoulders. But there are guys, if you watch, that can swing up to 160, 170 miles an hour swing. But if you don't hit it dead center and you hit it with a lot of backspin, you are not going to hit the ball very far because the ball is just going to go whoop, just going to go right up and take off because you're spinning so fast and then take off that spin. So, like I said, you want low spin rate, 108 miles an hour, and you want to hit it towards this center of the club, and that's going to give you 300-yard drives all day, every day. Now, you also have to make sure that it's in the fairway. Because sometimes you can hit a 300-yard drive into the woods all day long, and that's not really going to help you either. So these are really, really good statistics to know. All the other stuff with I took the TrackMan course, and I never finished it. I should probably forgot about that. I'm like 90% of it was finished, and I just never finished. I should get my certificate. I forgot about that. But I was doing it through COVID. Everybody had a lot of extra time. Now everybody's back to Crazyville. And not that it wasn't crazy then, but everybody had a little more time to learn and read and watch television. So, like I said, with all the technology in clubs today, most of the technology that amateur drivers are getting is tons of weight at the bottom of the club, and that's going to create the backspin, which is going to create more control. You'll be in the fairway, but you'll be lucky to get, if you hit even if you swing 108 miles an hour and you have, 4,500 ball spin rate, you're gonna hit the ball maybe 250 at the most. Depending on what the fairway conditions are. I mean, maybe if it's this rock solid in Texas somewhere in the middle of the summer, maybe it'll bounce. But wouldn't you rather, airmail it, 280 and have it roll out 300? That's pretty much going to save you a lot of easier approach shots to the green, because that's probably one, like they say, your most important shot is your next one. It's never just a tee shot. You got to get close to the hole if you want to putt. Get in for two putt for par. So these are all really good tips for anyone. It's not, people make it so complicated. People also ask me a lot, what type of player would like this club? Like an athlete would like coming into the sport, like a football player or a basketball player, and especially like a baseball person that played baseball, because they're going to like the way it swings. It has a lot of feel to it. When you hit the ball, it has really good feedback. It goes very, 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 the ball has very, very low ball spin, and that's going to really help your game. So if you can swing 110 miles an hour, you'll probably be over 300 yards. And I think every like 10 miles an hour slower than 108 is like, I don't even know, maybe like 15, 20 yards or something like that. But these are just easy statistics that you can find on anywhere on the internet. So, but yeah, like I said, you can see through the club. I should have got my scale, but if you could feel the weight comparison, this is a lot heavier. You cannot see through it. It does not have a see-through face. It has a lot of weight, so it's a little heavier. Now, if you like that, that's, so be it. It has a little bit more lower center of gravity, so you can see here, and then you can see here how that's full all the way to the top now. So that makes a big difference to where the ball spin on this one has a little bit more, and this one has somehow, I feel this has a little bit lower of a trajectory, so the ball doesn't go as high as this one. That's why it was built, to go a little bit higher. Both still have the slots for the wind, so it kind of feels like, when you swing it, it's different. You feel less resistance, and as they say, less resistance, more distance. But it's true. This has the air coming through the sides, but this one has the air coming through the sides as it cuts through, and it also has the air in the center, so everything kind of goes out. And I know it sounds like mumbo jumbo, but if you haven't hit it, you're not going to understand the difference between the two if you haven't hit the two. And I've hit a lot of drivers. This is a lot of fun. And isn't golf supposed to be fun? Again, you're not going to take this out on the PGA Tour, so everybody keeps asking that. And half the people that ask that can't break 100 anyway. So you don't worry about it. Again, and when you buy these, make sure you pick up these golf tees. You're going to want to tee it high, because you're not going to want to... Everybody with the new clubs, they hit down on the ball. That's why most people can't hit the driver. You're supposed to swing and have the club hitting up on the ball. So if you can't hit up on the ball when the ball's teed so low, you end up hitting low. So you want to get these, I call them spikes, but these power tees. These tees alone, even with the driver that you have now, if you own just a regular driver from anywhere from the last 20 years, I have an old R7 that's a deep face, and that's what I love about these. Most of the clubs are more narrow face, but they're wider, and they have this big giant, it's like a clown shoe. And again, they're great. They're unbelievable. But if you want to really hit the ball long, you got to get a club that's low spinning, and this has a deep face. So if you hit it a little low or a little high, you're okay. You're only going to lose, 5 yards or 5 to 10 yards, so it's not going to kill you. But these tees are fantastic. I leave them in this box because I'm only going to use them on the course. I don't want to really use them on my backyard setup, which we will go to in a minute, because I have a dog, and I don't want, if I do, these are hard to break, but if I do break one, I don't want him eating it and choking on it. So if I take it to the golf course, this is what I'm waiting for. Hopefully someday when I start getting some income again, we're still new with this Amazon influencer program, and we just leveled up, so I'm pretty excited, and we're going to try our best to get to be an A-lister. I think I'm pretty much the only guy that's still doing golf on Amazon, so if you guys are watching, please give me a follow. It makes a big difference. I have to get 2,000 followers, for my next level. There's no time limit, so the sooner the better. But this thing's got on Amazon, it only comes in red. They do make them in different colors, but you're gonna have to find that. So, but again, the face is inverted, and it's about the same width. Again, the biggest difference is this is a little bit lower center of gravity, so it's just a little bit. This is dead space. If you hit it up here, it goes nowhere. This is all filled in, and it gives you a little bit more of depth. So if you hit a little low, you hit a little high, it'll still give you a decent distance. So I don't know if you guys want to go over and hit some. We'll do a comparison again. This one you can swing a little faster, has a different sound, it has like a whooshing sound. Now that, of course, I hear people, going and doing, oh crap, I just scratched my, the paint just came off my finger. It has a little bit more of a whooshing sound. It's really cool, and we're gonna go check it out. So let's go check it out. We're gonna go walk over and bring the 2 clubs. I don't know how, let's see. All right, follow me. I'm just gonna walk over to the, of course everybody just decides to, it's actually not a bad thing. Not a bad thing that they're cutting down trees when about 10 minutes ago they were not. But again, I haven't swung today. We're gonna try the Hammer X first, and I'll show you guys the difference. Of course, now you're not gonna notice the, unfortunately you're not gonna be able to hear anything because I am now hitting with someone chainsawing a tree. Again, this club it almost feels like, I know it's not double the weight, but it almost feels like double the weight. It's kind of weird to explain, but it's very heavy. If you like that kind of part of a club, the heaviness might actually make you swing a little slower, but it's still a really fun club. If you could find this in the wild, grab it, super fun. Throw it in your trunk and have fun. So I hit that really good. I don't know if you could hear the sound with everything in the background. I'm hoping once I start building up a good following and a good community here on Amazon, we'll be able to get a Flight Scope Mevo Plus. That's on my list of things to get, and we'll be able to show some data or data, however you want to say it. And that would be really, really cool and helpful for people to know what kind of swing speeds. I can change my swing speed. This will be a slower swing speed, so I'm pretty good at being able to adjust that. Some people just can only have the one and that's it, but this with a slower swing speed, that was probably about, I don't know, probably about 95 swing speed. So if you have the slower swing speed, you're still going to hit this thing pretty well. It does have a lot of weight, but if I had to choose between the two, I'd rather have the new Hammer Turbo Air, because I can swing, it weighs less, and I can swing really, really much faster. So it has the Super Stroke grip. Now this grip is more, this one has the old Super Stroke, the Hammer X has the old one, which has like a rubbery feel. This has more of a texture feel. This is more glove friendly. That one's more no glove friendly, but that's just minor details. Now let me do a disclaimer here for you. This is live video. This isn't takes. This isn't, like most videos that you see on the internet. They take like 50 takes to hit one good shot. This is absolutely live. I can't do any tricks or anything. And I just hit 2 separate clubs with no warm-ups, not even a warm-up swing. So that's how easy it is to hit these clubs. I just don't even understand why for 169 there are not many drivers, even the cheap the ones that are on Amazon are not even $169. I know they thought about moving the price up, but I would grab one now. If I just throw it in the trunk of your car, take it out at lunchtime, bring it to the range, make lots of friends, pass it around, and have a good time. See who can outdrive each other. I mean, if I use this, it's just great. Now you can hear the air going through it. This one does not have the air through it. Totally different sound. A little more resistance, less resistance. And as they say, less resistance, more distance. Again, please make sure you're following. I think our next video, we will revisit either the putting mats or revisit the bucket golf, which was a really good favorite. This was my most watched video out of all the videos I did. So figured I'd come back, recap, and share with you. I thought this was a no-flight zone. And share with you my experience with this club. And yet I have not taken it to the golf course, but it could be due to the fact that I have not played a round of golf yet this year. So without playing a round of golf, kind of makes it difficult to take this to the golf course. So something in the woods. Hopefully it's not kids. But very fun club to hit. For $169, it's actually a no-brainer. I know it's going up in price. I'm not trying to pressure you, but for $169, there is no reason why you shouldn't buy this club, throw it in the trunk of your car, and have a blast at the driving range. And again, no warm-ups, completely live, no edited videos. This is 100%. That's how easy the club is to hit. So if you guys have any questions, feel free. We have 3 here in the live. I appreciate you. Please click on the links or even just follow for more. Unless you guys are already my followers, let me know in the comments what's going on. Again, really cool color. I know the guy Jack says red and black is his favorite. So this kind of looks a little bit like Iron Man. It's got a red with the big giant gold stripe. Now the difference between the two, this gold stripe isn't as noticeable as this one. So makes a big difference for when you're lining up to hit a drive in the fairway. Makes a huge difference. Is it legal? Well, you can play it on the golf course, Mark, but if you want to go play, if you're playing on the PGA Tour, it's non-USGA conforming. So if you play in a USGA event, you cannot use this club. Now, that's the question we get all the time, and people ask, well, why is it not legal? Well, this is the reason why. So normal clubs are hollow. Well, not always, because when they were wooden clubs, I won't be, thank you. Okay, yeah, if you want to just take it to a course or an outing, Mark, you can use this at an outing, because it's not a USGA regulated outing. I don't know of too many outings that are. I never played one. Maybe I'm sure there is one somewhere, but if you want to just go take it to the course and have a good time with it, it's totally, it's up to you. I mean, you can use a shovel, rake, you can use a baseball bat, you can use whatever you want on the golf course. They're not going to kick you off. So, but the reason why it's not legal is because I don't know when they changed it, because if you have a persimmon head, back in the day, you couldn't fill it up with water. But they didn't measure a persimmon head back in the day. That's a wooden head. I want to impress. Nice. Yeah, I'm telling you, if you could swing faster than your normal club, you will be able to just make sure you tee it up really high and hit up on the ball. Get that ball flight in the air. The Hammer X hits a little bit lower, and this one hits much higher, and you could swing this one a little bit faster, so you're going to get more distance. And that's pretty much the theory behind it. This isn't a magical club. If you don't swing the numbers, if you don't swing 108 miles an hour, you're not going to hit it 300 yards. So, you know, you have to get the swing speed up. And with a lighter, faster club, you'll be able to get that ball, the club speed faster. But like I said, now when they measure a club, they measure it by cc's. And what we all remember in science class, what cc's are, is you fill up those beakers, or what do they call it? Something cylinders? I forgot. I probably failed that class. But I hit it 275 now. Awesome, yeah. So like I said, dude, 169, and I'm sure you didn't pay 169 for the driver that you're hitting 275 now. I'm sure you probably paid a lot more. But now what they do is they have the clubs, and they're enclosed, and they fill the hosel up with water until it overflows, and then they measure out the hollowness of the hosel, and then pour the water into I forgot what the cylinder was called, but whatever, it's not important. And then they check it, and so you say that's, you know, 240 cc's, you know, 300 cc's, 260 cc's, you know, whatever. And that's how they measure the cc. You can't fill this up with water, obviously. It's hollow. So beaker. I thought well, what's the cylinder? What's the cylinder that they used to? It's the real tall cylinder thing. But it's not important. What's up, Colin? How you doing? But yeah, like I said, it's really easy to hit. I went live on video with no practice swings, and I'm hitting 2 separate clubs. I don't know if most people understand. That's pretty difficult and a little nerve-wracking too, because I don't want to miss it and make a fool out of myself and have it out there forever. But like I said, I didn't. We hit really good shots. We have no way to measure. We're hoping to get a Flight Scope Mevo Plus soon, and make sure you guys are following. That would make a huge world of difference for me, because I have to get 2,000 followers to make it to the A-listers. And hopefully, I don't even know if anybody has any suggestions. Yeah, Flight Scope would be awesome. Yeah, I would totally want a Flight Scope. I really think the Flight Scope Mevo Plus is the best one right now. I saw some things about the Rhapsody. I have not tried it. I just know that I'd rather have a simulator that will simulate my ball flight from behind me than just measuring my club head speed. The other ones that are off the side, like, I don't know, the GC2 or the GC Quad, those can be manipulated to where you can alter the software, and I'm not a big fan. Not saying that people are doing it. Oh, you're welcome, Mark. I appreciate it. Again, super fun just to even have in your driver, in your car. Just buy it, throw it in your trunk, and just have a club in there that just gets, you know, knocked around. It's pretty heavy duty. It's not going to get dented, and just to take to the range and have fun, knocking around with your buddies. It's really fun. And again, you got to swing faster. And this has less resistance. It's really lightweight, and it's really fun. The only reason I kind of stumbled upon this, and I've always was interested in this club throughout all the years of watching the infomercials, and I gotta say, I can't wait to take it to the golf course and try it out. It is, Colin, it is the Hammer Turbo Air, and there's a link for it in the bottom, and it's super fun to hit. I don't know if I just hit the 2 side by side. The reason I stopped swinging is because guys were cutting down getting ready for, I guess, the school year. They're literally chainsawing right in the middle of my swing. But I was making sure you guys could hear how, you could see through. I don't know if you guys can see that. You guys can see right. You can see through the head of the club. So the air goes right through the club. So it's pretty fun. Again, anybody that's watching, please follow. We do a lot of fun videos and kind of break a lot of myths of golf. We were playing the Bucket Golf Live, which was super fun. That was a very popular live. But my most popular live was with this driver. People are very interested. It's not magical. You still have to swing 108 miles an hour, but this does have low ball spin. If you're swinging less than 108 miles an hour, you're not going to hit it. You're not going to hit it 300 yards. And if you're swinging down on the ball, you're going to get more ball spin. So you have to swing up on the ball. Less ball spin with this driver will get you 300-yard drives all day, every day. It's that simple. People complicate it. No need to complicate it. Just go grab one of these drivers, throw it in the trunk, go to the driving range, buy. You might want to buy. I do not have the link in my thing, but you might want to go and buy yourself one of these extended tees, and just put your name on it with like a Sharpie, because I bring these to like Top Golf into the range all the time, because their tees are way too short and it totally will screw you up. So you want to hit the ball up on the ball, because when you hit down on the ball, you're going to create more backspin. You hit up on the ball, you're going to create more flight, better trajectory, and again, you only need 108 miles an hour swing speed with 2200 RPM ball spin rate, and you have to hit it in the center of the club. So those are the three most impactful things for a driver. And again, you don't want to hit down on the ball, because that's going to create spin. And you will hit 300-yard drives all day long. And you can hit it with your normal driver too. Even if you don't want to buy this, I don't care. Take your normal driver, get a taller tee. Get those tees I was showing you before. If you have a grass range, tee it up high and hit up on it, and you will notice a big difference in your distance instantly. Because a lot of these golf clubs and a lot of these places that sell golf clubs will just tailor the club to your swing, and 90% of people that are just amateur golfers just swing down on the ball, because it's the same. They basically the same swing that they are swinging with their irons, and it's not the same swing. Unfortunately, I hate to tell you that. You have to swing down with your irons, unless it's like hybrids. Hybrids, you kind of want to stay pretty level, but you can still hit down on a hybrid. Because I saw somebody hit the hybrid the other day and put spin on it. I mean, that's just like somebody, and this was like I think it was the LPGA Tour, and she hit a hybrid in there, and it hit twice and stopped on a dart, and they were like, I think they cut the camera real quick, because they were like, was she hitting a hybrid? So it's just funny how, if you hit it correctly, is it easy as it sounds to hit 300? Yes. You only have to swing. So the best thing to do, Colin, I would go to like a sporting goods store and try, like, any place like PGA Superstore, the Golf's, they don't have Golfsmith anymore. Golf Galaxy, I meant to say. Dick's Sporting Goods. So any place like that, and go there. I hate to make people do work that they don't have to do, but try to measure your swing speed. That's the most important thing of distance. You got to have anything between 108 and over. And I'm telling you, it's not that hard. I have a really bad back, and I can still swing 110 to 115 miles an hour for my round of golf. Now, if I go to a golf range and I want to hit it at Top Golf over the net, I can pump it up, but the next day I'll be sitting on a couch licking my wounds. But make sure everybody is, anybody that's watching is following. But again, I would love to get the Flight Scope Mevo Plus. So if Flight Scope is watching, and we know you are. No, I'm just kidding, they aren't. I'd be happy to take a demo or even just go someplace to try it, and hit some. But I guarantee you, there are more devices coming out, more and more each day. Garmin has one. Unfortunately, Garmin does not do well with the short shots, but you can use it at the range. It's very portable. They have that new Rhapsody. I don't know if I even believe in the reviews. I don't know if it's Doppler radar. I didn't look into it. I know the one person that's really pushing it hard. I really have a distrust in their reviews, because I've tried some of their stuff, and it was not what they said it would be. But I understand it's probably a paid promotion. This is not a paid promotion. I am not getting paid for this. The only way I make any payment is if you click on the affiliate links, and I can be up here doing anything. And none of my stuff, only way I get paid is paid through the affiliate program. And it's nothing. It's like 3% or something. So it's nothing big. I'm just trying to be an Amazon influencer. I'm very proud that we got to the next level, and I thank everybody for being so helpful. Swing again? Yeah, I should swing again. Now my hands are all dirty. Our tea was outside. I was talking to buy some time. I was hoping these guys would be done leaf blowing and doing all the stuff. Again, I've been talking for like 10 minutes, haven't swung the club. That was a little low on the club face. I think I talked myself into that one. There we go. That first one was a little low in the club face, but yeah, the sound is snap. I mean, I should probably get my other camera mount and put it a little lower, and it's got a really nice snap. And I'm not even using a hard ball. Like you can even hear it. I'm using like this Shrek, I don't know, just grab something that's laying outside. It has it written out, so I can't see but it's one of those super soft Shrek balls. But yeah, it's super fun to hit. Again, I'm hitting this live. I'm not getting any second takes, any second tries. It's that easy to hit. Haven't really swung much of the driver lately because I've been doing a lot of chipping around the yard. I have as you can see, I have a really nice area for chipping that I'm blessed with. Pretty decent amount of area. And again, super fun to hit. 169, kind of a no-brainer. I don't know what other drivers out there that's cheaper and as fun to hit. That's the thing. And you can go out and spend $1,200 and, and probably be miserable and end up handing it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, I appreciate it, Mark. Fist bump back. But again, the reason why we're doing this again, the last video I had did really, really well. People are interested and intrigued. I think they're more intrigued by anything else because of the history of Jack the Hammer Hamm. He's been doing infomercials for 30-something years. He's very highly successful, done international tours and hit in front of, I think, like 40,000 people multiple times. So, you have to have a lot of confidence in your club that you're not going to make a mistake and hit somebody in the crowd, and kill somebody. So again, a lot of confidence. I did the last one, my foot slipped a little. I don't know why. I don't put golf shoes on It's not like I'm hitting off a mat. And again, it's a little sloped too. Not making excuses, just giving you guys the explanation of why the net is tilted a little bit is because that's the way. And again, excellent net. Doesn't give you much security on the sides. So if you're looking at nets and you're worried about shanking one off to the right or duck hooking one to the left, or vice versa if you're a lefty, maybe this net isn't for you. It does have feedback, but it has to be on a flat surface for you to give the correct feedback. It's the way the thing's woven. If you hit a slice, it'll actually roll back to the left. If you hit a hook, it'll roll back to the right. If you hit it straight, it'll come straight back. There's a whole information about that in the description of where to buy the net. So you should sell golf shoes. That Arnold Palmer. Oh yeah, that Arnold Palmer book. Yeah, dude, that book is awesome. I think I should just buy a bunch of those and do those as giveaways. That is just one of my favorite books. A life well played. Maybe one of my favorite books. Definitely my favorite golf book of all time, and which doesn't really say much because I don't read a lot. When you're producing content and doing as much work, you don't really have much time. You're writing your own book, basically, in a nutshell. But we swung the Hammer X before. The difference between the two is the Hammer X is heavier. It doesn't have as much depth on the forgiveness on the face, and it does not have where you can see right through it. So less resistance, more distance. Need to get back to golf book. Yeah. If I wrote a book, I'll have written more books than I've read. That's the old Terry Bradshaw joke. Terry Bradshaw, I think he read like 12 books, and he says he goes and he says, yeah, I've written more books than I've ever read. So he's a funny guy. Terry Bradshaw is a national treasure, and he's still ticking, so that's a good thing. Now, guys, like I said, baseball players would benefit with something like this because a lot of baseball players have a tendency to swing up on the ball now. That's how they're teaching people. So by swinging up on the ball, you will have less spin, and with the less spin, you will get more distance if you're swinging at least a minimum of 108 miles an hour. And 108 miles an hour is not something that's unobtainable. It's very, very it's very easy to train your body to get to the 108 mile an hour mark. I don't have it. We did the lag shot. That is a perfect swing trainer. Plus you can actually go to the range and swing the ball. It helps you with your tempo. Most of the swing, I find, I'm trying to explain, when it's not you don't want to swing from here. Most of the speed this is the impact zone. And that's it. So that's where you're going to get your speed from, and speed and power is called the impact zone, which is just basically your distance from your backswing to your front swing. I'm giving you guys a lot of information that's very helpful, and hopefully you guys take it to the range and understand. And that is actually a good drill to do. Is here, because this, you take it back, it's basically just timing to get to here, and then so the longer the backswing sometimes isn't the faster swing speed, because you want to make sure you get all your speed in your impact zone, and that's going to really help you get to 108 miles an hour swing speed. Woo. All right. So yeah, again, really cool colors. Black with a fade shaft, super stroke grip. If you guys have any other questions, I have no idea. One thing I wish that Amazon had was a counter on their lives, so you knew how long you were going live for. But Thank you everybody for the comments and the likes. I got almost 500 likes, which is by far exceeded my expectations with the likes. And I'm glad everybody has enjoyed this, and we've hit some really good shots on live. I'm not gonna, last time I did it I went crazy and did, overdid it. So just wanted to show you that I waited literally 10 minutes between shots and still was able to hit an easy drive, and still not a bad one. Even the low shot, that thing went straight as an arrow. Not exactly what I would want, but we all hit bad shots. We're not going to hit every single shot great. We don't play 7 days a week. We're not professionals. We don't get paid to play. This is supposed to be a sport. You're supposed to get away with your friends and have fun, drink a few beers, or have a couple infusions. And it's really not about the equipment. It's about having fun. So make sure you guys all keep that in mind. And I'm going to sign off. Make sure everybody follows. We had a nice live, and I hope to see you guys all soon. Should we leave with one more hit? Let's try it. Oh, another. Oh, maybe. Yeah, that one was crushed. I think I'm using the wrong tee. I think I should be using the taller tee. Again, this one wants a taller tee. I don't know why I'm using the shorter tee. I think I just made a mistake and put I'll put the taller tee in. Again, there's a link for this mat. It's actually the lowest price I've ever seen it. It's made by Callaway. I bring this, I put it in my bag for the range, and I use my irons because I don't like hitting off the mats because it hurts. Because when you go to the golf course, you hit the ball and off the grass, the ground gives you a little divot. So if you hit this, the mat will actually move, so you don't hurt your wrist, elbows, knees, and all the other things that are ailing us in our old age. All right, we put the taller tee in. I don't know what I was thinking. Taller tee is what this needs. Tee it high, let it fly. Oh, that was a bad one. My hands are getting sweaty. That was not a good one. Here we go. Nope, two bad ones. Well, I guess I didn't adjust for the tee height. There it is. I guess I should have adjusted for the tee height. Next time I will not do a tee height change mid-live. But that last one was crushed. Again, that's the glory of going live. Even though I hit those a little thin, they probably would have been playable, but definitely not something that I want to do on a live. So let me see if I can go rack up another one. Yeah, that was, there we go. I adjusted to the tee properly. That one was clobbered. Real nice sound. Again, we're doing these live. Anything can happen. I just adjusted the tee, so you guys got to give me a break on that. I mean, it's a big difference in tee height. I don't recommend doing that on a live or at the course. make sure that you keep your T heights consistent, and make sure everybody's following. And that'll probably be it. I don't know, let's see, anybody actually click on anything? Yep, Callaway mat. It's like someone bought a Callaway mat. Yep, the mats are great, especially for the price. Really lowered the price. Whew, I'm getting winded. Again, next time I probably should swing the driver at least a couple times before I start doing this. But all right, everybody, thanks for watching. I appreciate you all. Make sure you follow. Thanks for all the likes. Have a good one. Peace out.